Killed you, motherfucker. You crazy? I don't know the fuck you think they play with. I don't play no motherfucking games. I fuck you up, motherfucker. Fuck you up. I play no motherfucking games.
Will a win over Canelo put you ahead of Mayweather as the greatest boxer of this generation?
Listen, I leave the opinions to everybody else, but like I said, after this fight, when I defeat Canelo, I'm gonna be on Mount Rushmore. That's where I'm gonna be.
It wasn't supposed to get this hot. At the first legal fight between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford, backstage, there was a fight between two of the best boxers of their time, and security had to step in to calm things down. While no one knows for sure what was said, one thing was very clear to everyone. This wasn't a friendly billboard trip. Ego versus glory and legacy versus legacy clashed in a way that boxing hasn't seen in years. Everything didn't calm down when they finally sat down face to face. Things got worse. After that, the lights turned on. Even though both guys tried to keep it together, Floyd's eyes showed it. He wasn't just here to look good. He was not laughing. He wasn't playing. He wasn't acting like the rich guy he had built up over 20 years. And Crawford was calm, level, and cool, but you could tell he was ready for anything Floyd had in store.
If this kid said he'd been training every day, for years, every day in boxing, I'm somewhere in Aruba, in the Bahamas, in Dubai, I'm traveling the world on my jet.
The conversation began normally. There are agreements, talks, and some back and forth about who should get what. But everything changed when the question of who is the best of this age came up. Crawford put his chin up. Floyd got tighter, and you could see Floyd was really mad for the first time in years. Floyd is in this fight not because Crawford was rude to him, but because he knows deep down why it's happening. Also, everyone else knows. It all began when Canelo Alvarez said that Crawford was better than Floyd.
You can compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
The internet went crazy after one simple message. Crawford wins against Canelo. Crawford turns into the sports face. All of a sudden, boxer fans start saying things that Floyd has never let anyone say. Someone may have gone by Mayweather.
Who you think's better out of those two? Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather is really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have had the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
That's what sets it off. That is the button that Floyd users never press. He is 47 years old and is facing the most dangerous fighter living because of this.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is one of the biggest egos in the sport, so much so that he could not find a way to give Muhammad Ali credit as being a top 5 fighter and claimed that Roberto Duran sits above Muhammad Ali, right? Why? Because Floyd wants to be better than Muhammad Ali. He completely redid his image when he became Money Mayweather to pretty much copy from calling himself the GOAT, calling himself TBE, right? Whole thing. Very disrespectful of Muhammad Ali when he was coming up, when after Floyd Mayweather Jr. wound up being at the top of the sport. So now that Terence Crawford has firmly placed himself at the top of boxing, and not just as the pound for pound fighter, right now, many people are saying, hey, Shouldn't he be considered one of the greatest fighters of all time?
After the fight, there was a news conference where things kept getting worse. Floyd didn't talk nonstop like he did on old news conferences. Floyd was serious and on task this time. He wasn't even trying to be funny. He was speaking about heritage. He wants to fight because he won't let anyone take away his spot.
You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights, 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
From the other side, Crawford looks at Floyd like he's just another name on the list, not upset or scared. This is not like other fights for Crawford. He now has more wins than Errol Spence. Canelo has already lost to him. He had already shut down everyone who didn't believe him. Does he need Floyd? Not at all. He wants Floyd, though.
Yo, yeah, so if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh, shit, okay, I'm just asking. Because Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight, though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
People asked Crawford in talks early in his career if he could beat Mayweather for years. Crawford would always avoid the question. He didn't give a sure answer. He didn't make us talk about that. That happened a long time ago.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know. I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you? Keyshawn beat Tank?
Keyshawn beat everybody. Him and Shakur.
How you feel about them not fighting each other? That's cool?
Yeah, that's cool. They don't need to fight each other.
Was there anybody ever...
They can beat up everybody else.
Was there anybody ever like that in boxing with you? Because not really Sean Porter, right?
Nope.
No friends in this business for you.
I think Tim Bradley would have been like that.
Okay.
I think me and Tim Bradley would have been like that. I wouldn't have fought Tim.
If the opportunity presented itself against Floyd, you wouldn't though, even though you admire him so much and he's so great. But you
Floyd, yeah, because I wasn't as close. Me and Floyd close now, but when Floyd was boxing, I wasn't as close with Floyd like I am now.
How do you beat Floyd though? Like, since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore. So that fight ain't gonna happen.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know. I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
I think you got your answer there.
Nah, I didn't hear nothing. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis.
Beat your ass.
Okay, that's a no. That's a no.
Craig says today that he beats Floyd when Floyd was at his best. That was enough to start a fire in this whole feud.
Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, nah.
You could see Floyd getting mad while the reporters were talking. Not what Crawford said on stage, but what Crawford stands for. A new king. That person is now the best fighter living. And Floyd doesn't like that.
Where does he rank now, all time? Ending this interview.
Number 1, and the only one that he got at top is Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Because Terence Crawford is this generation guy. You know what I'm saying? Accomplishing all the goals that he accomplished.
Matched up? How do they match up, Floyd and Terence?
Hey, I'm like this, man. It's going to be great because Floyd, he's about his work. He put in work. We've been watching it for decades. You know what I'm saying? Him coming out of retirement to do this fight, that's a win for the whole world boxing. Every generation from Floyd generation to this generation to get to see it come. That's just like we never get to see Michael Jordan play, right? But we remember when he used to play. Come on.
The news started talking about Floyd's upcoming fight with Mike Tyson. Also, no one is acting like this is a real fight. They're having fun. In exchange for a bag, to Giants touch gloves.
Fight that fans will watch for sure is you and Mike Tyson. How's training going, Floyd? Talk to me all about this as you get ready to get back in that boxing ring once again.
Well, not really training right now.
Not yet.
You know, the fight is in 2026. We still, ironing out everything, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be exciting. for the people and the fans.
Are you going in there to put Mike down and you know, like, hey, this is not, we're going to have fun, we're going to throw a few punches, like, I'm taking this seriously and I'm trying to Mike Tyson?
I don't know. I just want to give the fans what they want to see, excitement. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be an exciting event.
There's no getting around the fact that it's Mike Tyson, though. Also, don't forget that Tyson hates Floyd if he gets upset or angry, and this show could become dangerous.
Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name.
Unless we're talking about Floyd, and listen, we all gotta believe we're the greatest of all times, right? We all gotta believe that, but we all know Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all times.
If you could have fought any fighter in your life, any weight, any era, who would you have picked that you would have liked to fight the most?
Floyd Mayweather. So we're in there, we're fighting low here.
But here's the thing. Crawford is much more important than that fight. Everybody can see Floyd's mood change when Crawford's name comes up. He's no longer Money Mayweather, the entertainer. All of a sudden, he turns into Floyd Mayweather Jr., the boxer who hit 50 wins. And he's been wanting to get back to work for a while now. Floyd knows that beating Crawford at his age would prove everything for all time. And Crawford knows that beating Floyd, even when Floyd is older, is still the best thing that can happen in the sport. It's not just business, but knows Floyd is very good.
Looking back at like Floyd's career, like him coming up in the era that he came up in, he had all them champions that he was able to fight, and that's what led him to be so great. You know, because he fought the most champions, beat the most champions. You know, got the most money for beating the most champions. So it's just like, man, he had this guy, back to back to fight, one after one.
A lot of people thought Crawford would quit after his fight with Canelo. He had nothing more to show. He was the best in terms of weight. No one thought he could beat a bigger man, but he did. His impact was already full.
Terence Crawford had the ability to fight backwards and stay composed, good defense, hands was always up, countering everything that Canelo was throwing at him. He was just a little more active fight. Canelo did hit him to the body, but it was pretty much all Terence Crawford.
I think some of what we saw from Canelo is what he's has to resort to now to fight. Maybe he's dealt with some injuries to where he's not as mobile. It's just the pattern that he's put himself in for the last, 6 to 8 fights. That same pattern is why Bivol was able to get him.
He did not allow Canelo to get inside, man. As soon as Canelo would get into that certain range, he would jab him. We didn't see any like lateral moves where he would throw, push off to the side as we used to see Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo was almost smothering his shot because he couldn't stay at range with him. And Terence Crawford runs off counter combinations. It would be a wider margin if they fought again.
But Crawford made the tough choice. Floyd is what he wants because he wants to end the argument for good. Fans shouldn't say things like, yeah, he's great, but he never fought Floyd. He doesn't want that to happen. He wants to put an end to the fight by killing the man who ruled boxing for 20 years.
Terence Crawford couldn't have an era to himself. And if you put Terence Crawford against any opponent on Floyd's resume, who do you have favored? Terence Crawford or one of Floyd's opponents?
Why does Ron keep mentioning another?
No, I'm asking the question first. Do we got Terence Bud Crawford beating everybody on Floyd's resume?
On top of that, Crawford is a competitor, one of the last real rivals in the sport. He doesn't want easy fights. He wants tough ones. For sure, those dares will get him in trouble. And he is getting in trouble. Why fight an old Floyd? Why not fight Boots Ennis? Is what some people are saying. And they're not wrong.
Just feel that Boots Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. And Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very much in his prime.
People who like boxing and boxing experts have said for years that Boots is the best fight for Crawford because his style is so similar to that of Crawford, using a switch, being explosive, complex, and dangerous at all times.
That who they are cancel out each other as far as height. They both switch hitters, lift, and everything. All of that cancels out each other. So they are literally the same people, pretty much. The only difference is Crawford done been in a big stage against big fighters so many times. And also with age, he didn't beat up his body, so his age is actually good. He got the grown man strength. He not just grown man strength, but he built on top of that. Like, look at him at 135. He was a little scrawny dude. He wasn't a big dude. Now look at him. He ripped up everything. He's strong. So
Sure.
I feel like he got everything, all the experience, all the knowledge. So I got to go with Crawford. Yeah.
Ennis, this isn't just being pushed by fans. Every time Boots sees Crawford, he challenges him and says he wants to fight. He wants the test and the man who is thought to be the best of this age. But every time someone asks Crawford about him, he cuts them off right away by saying he's not interested and the fight doesn't help him.
Right now in my career, a lot of people like boost this, boost that, boost this. You know, fighting Boots is a lose-lose situation. You know, I win, they're gonna say, oh, well, he was young, he wasn't ready. You know, he was talented, he was skillful, but you got the experience over him. You got, you know, so much more than this kid that never been tested before. You know, because we always seen him win and fly in color, a fashionate way. You know, to where we say, oh man, he's cold, he's skillful, but he's never been in the ring with nobody to test him. So me fighting Boots will be like, okay, well, you beat Boots. It's not a mega fight. It's gonna sell a little bit because of your name and what you just accomplished.
The talk around a Boots fight hasn't stopped, though, and those talks get louder the more Crawford tries to avoid the game. Virgil Ortiz J is another name for him. Virgil had just put on a great show and called out Crawford right away. He was getting a lot of attention from Oscar de la Hoya, who called it the biggest fight at 154. A great fighter going up against a great hero. Fans who really care want that fight. But here's the truth. It's already been said that Crawford beat undisputed Spence and Canelo. He doesn't need to go after Ortiz. He's fighting because it's important historically, not because he wants to win. People will say nice fight if he fights Boots. Some say it would be good if he fought Ortiz. People will talk about it for 30 years if he faces Floyd.
A fight that makes a whole lot of sense and a fight that stylistically would be, oh my goodness, is a fight between Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis.
I don't think I think that's going backwards for Terence.
To that point, Jaron doesn't have the kind of accolades. He doesn't sell to the mass and all these. So this fight was perfect timing for both these guys.
It's wild because, like, if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior lights, bring him. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, then I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time.
Oh, yes.
That makes a difference to people.
This is where things get interesting. Floyd is not as big as Terence Crawford. Crawford has more power. Crawford is less old. He's busier now. Getting hurt isn't the hardest part of beating Floyd. He's getting hit. Crawford could be in charge right away. Floyd could also make this a defense masterclass, which would make the younger man angry. Floyd spoke more about death, money, and respect at the press meeting. Crawford talked about competition, challenges, and showing what he could do. Then I'll let you all know when I see a chance to do a quick heist. You can all say what you want. I'm smart because I don't care what you write about me, just keep writing about me. That's all for today's show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell icon if you liked it so you don't miss our next movie. Also, don't forget to leave a comment with your ideas. We'll see you in the next show, so stay tuned.